the set of input-output points along with the time stamp. But if you want to associate that what are the important places, etc., where we can stop or where we can move. So this kind of the additional information is available, then it is basically semantic based tree clustering. So it incorporates the domain specific information in the pre-processing step so that the information such as important places, stop, moves, etc. can be extracted from the trajectory by applying data mining algorithms. So these are basically 6 classes of the categories. Now I will be talking about what are the various problems that would be solved by the various researchers in every category. For example, in event clustering, the Wang etc. have adopted 2 clustering approaches, that is ST-grid and STDB scan approach, to solve the problem of analysis of sequences of seismic events. The seismic event clustering, that problem was addressed by Georglas and others using the SMDB scan, that is seismic mass density based scan clustering of application noise. The Lee have employed the density-based online clustering algorithm for mining micro-blogging text streams, and this approach were adopted to address the problem of analysis of spatio-temporal impacts of emerging events. For example, here I want to elaborate a little bit. For example, let us say some earthquake has occurred and people started tweeting about it. And then from the tweets, we can identify the clusters and then identify that where are the places where more damage has occurred, and accordingly we can take decisions. So in disaster recovery management, this is useful. Next problem is basically discovery and analysis of unsupervised crowd activities, where Han and others have used the spatio-temporal silency strategy and normalized cut clustering algorithm. Again, I want to elaborate a little bit. Let us say some crowd activities are there, and some individual is basically suspicious individual. So what we cluster, that what are the individuals who are having the normal behaviors and who are the individuals who are having abnormal behaviors, and abnormal behaviors are suspicious behaviors, and we can concentrate on those individuals. So it can be used for the security applications also. For the detection of human activity on daily traffic congestions from geo-tagged tweets, here Huang have adopted the DB scan based spatio-temporal clustering approach. Here, let us say everybody tweets about that, what is the condition of the road, where is jam, where is the free traffic, etc. So using this information, we can employ the clustering approach, spatio-temporal clustering approach, and can identify that these are the places where the jam have occurred, are likely to occur. Next problem is basically detection of spatio-temporal hotspot, where Martino and others have employed the spatio-temporal extended fuzzy C-means approach. It is basically soft clustering approach. So next category is georeference data item clustering. In the georeference data item clustering, the Birand and Cut have applied the spatio-temporal density-based spatial clustering of application with noise approach, that is STDB scan approach, for seawater distribution, to solve the problem associated with the seawater distribution. To identify the forest and vegetation distribution, Agarwal and others have used the spatio-temporal optics algorithm. Similarly, they have applied the dual constant spatio-temporal clustering approach to address the problem of mining of marine clustering patterns. And the fuzzy C-mean algorithm to address the problem of suitable treatment of spatial and temporal components of the data. Exactly, and again in another paper, they have employed the fuzzy C-mean and fuzzy C-matrix algorithm to for partition-based clustering of time series data using DWT distance. And in third paper, they have used fuzzy means algorithm to tackle the problem of anomaly detection in time series. In case of the medical sciences, the problem was basically identify the dynamic spatiotemporal process of the brain, where Doboroge and Kosovo, they have used the spiking neural network, and same authors, they have used the spiking neural network to address the problem to discover the differences and temporal sequences and involvement of brain regions in response to the cognitive tasks. They have used the correlations of spatial neighbors over a time to cluster analysis of the wind power forecast errors. Next category is basically trajectory clustering. In the trajectory clustering, various authors have solved various problems. For example, Jeffrey, they have used the EM algorithm, that is expectation maximization clustering approach, to cluster the short sequences of the data. And another author have used the EM algorithm and Bayesian algorithm to solve the problem of clustering of multidimensional curve data. Along, he has used the hidden Markov model, HMM model, to cluster the similar object motions and estimation of motion time series models. Similarly, the Pelkis and others, they have used the distance function-based approach using spatiotemporal characteristics of the trajectory for trajectory classification and similarity search. Lee and others, they have used the calculus, that is basically trajectory clustering algorithm, to discover the common sub-trajectories from the trajectory databases, where Jaglul, he has extended the calculus algorithm, trajectory clustering algorithm, to cluster and analyze the spatiotemporal data. Hegis and Abbas, they have used the K-means clustering algorithm to investigate the characteristics of driving behavior, linking driving states of the driver's actions, and these techniques can be employed for driverless car. Priori, they have used density conscious clustering approach to mine topology of public transport network. Next category is basically moving cluster, where colleges, they have used the density-based spatial clustering of application with wires to address the problem of automatic discovery of moving clusters. Then they have extended the DB scan to solve the problem of identification of dynamic clusters in the presence of noise and missing data. Most of the data are missing, then most of the algorithm fails. But algorithms, basically DB scan algorithm is the algorithm which has capability to work in noise, the data set where noise is present. Lee and others, they have used the microclustering approach for the identification of microclusters. Then they have used the refined filter and refined approach and DB scan algorithm to discover the convoys. Varia and others, they have used the time join and filter refinement approach for the discovery of flaw cluff patterns, whereas Wong, they have used the modeling of disconnected behavior of moving objects as non-continuous trajectories to address the problem of discovery of mobile group patterns. Last one is basically semantic-based trajectory clustering mining, where Kang and others, they have used the incremental clustering approach, where the location measurements are clustered together to solve the problem that extraction of the important places in the single trajectory. Let us say trajectory is there, then in pre-processing step we add certain information. What are the important places, where are the stops, where are the moves, etc. And using this we can extract from the trajectory the important information, undesirable information. Zhang, they have used the hypertext-oriented topic search-based model to extract important places and classical table sequences without within a given spatio-temporal regions. Let us say some region is there, Delhi region is there, then you can identify based on the text that what are the places to visit. Let us say Qutub Minar, Humayun Tomb, etc. This kind of information can be extracted. Similarly, in DB scan, Parma have modified little bit and he used the DB scan algorithm to solve the problem of adding semantics to the trajectory based on the speed and based on the direction. The Rocha have solved the problem using the DB scan. So these are we already I talked about the various kind of the spatio-temporal clustering approaches and what kind of the problems those different approaches have addressed. Now I will be talking about general applications of the spatio-temporal clustering. The spatio-temporal clustering plays a very important role in many areas of engineering, scientific, and real-world applications, such as image processing and pattern recognition. It can be used in microbiology. It can be used environmental study, seismic studies, transportation, traffic management, geographical information systems, identification of terrorist activities, surveillance problems, mobility data analysis, animal behavior pattern identification, vehicle convoy tracking, automatic discovery of fishing spots, trajectory outlier detections. These are the various applications. So I will go a little bit detailed in these applications. For example, in the field of geographic information system, spatio-temporal clustering plays a very, very important role where the clustering algorithm can be used to cluster the area of geographic entities by using the concept of geometric similarity. The similar geometric spaces will be clustered together. The example here is that it can be employed for traffic analysis and management, and it also can be employed for the animal tracking. If we apply on the hydrological data, so it can be used to monitor river water qualities. That where the area of the water, where good water quality is there, where area where bad water quality is there, and then accordingly we can take the decision. The spatio-temporal clustering algorithm are used for marine environmental studies, where we can discover the similar seawater characteristic regions. Similarly, the spatio-temporal clustering algorithm can be used for cyclone detections by extracting locations of the cyclones and the tracks that are normally followed by the cyclone. So based on that, action can be taken, some warning can be issued, etc. The spatio-temporal clustering algorithm can be used to study and analysis of forest and vegetation distribution. Where are the dense forests? Where are the sparse forests? Where are the area where vegetation has taken place? What kind of vegetation we can grow, etc. In the field of seismic studies, spatio-temporal clustering can be used for the identification of the seismic regions and seismic activities. This also can be used to analyze the sequence of seismic events. As I had given the example that let us say some earthquake has occurred and people started tweeting about that location, at this location, what is the damage, etc. And if we collect all information and if we apply a spatio-temporal clustering algorithm, so in course of the time, situation occurs that what are the area where more damage has occurred, where less damage has occurred. So situation awareness and risk management can be done using the spatio-temporal clustering algorithm. Okay, in the cases where the natural disaster could be achieved by analyzing the spatio-temporal impacts of emerging events. So where tweets, micro blogging text stream can be used. The spatio-temporal clustering algorithm are used to automatically mine and cluster visual patterns in crowd activities. As I have already given this example, let us say some crowd is there and I want to identify the suspicious persons in the crowd. So we can cluster behavioral wise the individual who are having who are having abnormal behavior. Those abnormal behavior individuals can be clustered, and we can identify that these are suspicious elements. The spatiotemporal clustering can be used to identify moving clusters. This moving cluster helps to study the evolution of moving group of elements. Normally, we know that some animals move from one season to another season, from one place to another place. Similarly, birds move from one place to another place. When from winters they move to another place, in the summer they move to another place. So, in order to study this kind of the behavior, we can employ the spatiotemporal clustering algorithms. So, it helps to study the evolution of moving group of animals. It can be used for the tracking of vehicle convoys. Uh, moving cluster can be used for the movement of troops in space and time. Let us say it is very important in military applications that, let us say, if we identify using the data, that what are the places where the troops would be moving and what are the places where they are going to stay. So stop and movement behavior of the troops can be identified using the, and it forms a very important intelligence information. Identify moving clusters can be used to identify moving dense area of the traffic. Let us say some jam is there or some dense traffic is there. So we can identify that how dense traffic is moving in course of the time. The spatiotemporal clustering algorithm can be used to discover the convoy, and convoy discovery can be used for the planning, throughput planning of delivery trucks. Let us say you want to have a fleet of trucks and you want to optimize, then you can perform the throughput planning for that delivery trucks. Discovery of convoy, the scheduling of collective transport can be done, and we can also identify the cause for stop pulling. The spatiotemporal clustering algorithm can use for study the patterns of animal behavior, like the migration of the birds, whales, sharks, where they rest, where they move, etc. In case of the surveillance applications, we can identify the suspicious behavior of certain people within large number of people, and also convoy of vehicles tracking can be done. The spatiotemporal clustering algorithm has potential where the speed plays a very important role, such as traffic management. In oceanic fishing, vessels to discover the real places where the vessel develop fishing activities. Here we can use a spatiotemporal algorithm where we can identify that in the sea what are the places where fishing can be done. So there we can send vessels and they can fish. Spatiotemporal clustering algorithm can be employed to identify stops and moves. For example, in case of bird migration, where the birds stops could be placed and where the birds feed or rest, it can be identified. For traffic management, stop could be the red light, traffic jam, speed controllers, etc. For military mobilization application, where a stop could be the plan that a halt, evacuation, or some engagement. Engagement means the firing, etc. And last, that in cyber security, the spatiotemporal clustering algorithm can be employed. For example, zero-day malware detection. Normally, in the we are employing the IDS intrusion detection system, etc., intrusion prevention system for the malware detection. But these systems can detect the malware who have already attacked. For example, for that, the various signatures are available, and when some malware tries to enter into the system, we match the signature, and if signature matches, we stop. But what happens when the malware is first time attacks into the system? So that is called zero-day malware detection system. In zero-day malware detection system, we can employ the spatiotemporal clustering algorithm, and it will identify whether it is malware or it is genuine program. If it is malware even first time, then it will identify and stop. Similarly, the spatiotemporal clustering algorithm can be employed for security incidents and fraud analysis. In Android malware detection system, it can be also employed. Denial of service attack detection system, it plays a very important role. And finally, it basically can be employed in network intrusion detection system. So from my side, I think, and these are the references that I have taken. Thank you. Any questions?
Uh, Good afternoon, sir. My name is Tushar, and I'm a student of MSc Mathematics, CCS University itself.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. So, sir, my question. मैम क्या बंद कर दीजिए बस. Sir, my question is, as you have suggested about the special temporal algorithm. So, firstly, I want to ask that the all Google Maps and all such location detecting applications would work on this algorithm only.
No, most of the algorithms are there, but uh, if information, I already told, earlier I told that there are basically two classes of the algorithm. One is a supervised form of machine learning, another one is unsupervised form of machine learning. So the if we do not have labeled data, if we have labeled data, then there are other algorithms like deep learning algorithms, neural network algorithms, there can be used. If data is do not have the label, do not have information about input to output, we do not have any mechanism to make the system learn, there the clustering algorithm are useful.
यस सर. सो तो उसी के बिल्कुल सवाल जुड़ता हुआ मेरे पास एक और क्वेश्चन था कि सपोज लाइक वी आर मूविंग फ्रॉम लाइक वी आर नाउ इन मेरठ एंड वी वांट टू गो टू नोएडा और सम प्लेस इन दिल्ली. सो
Yeah.
वी सी लाइक देयर आर मेनी डिफरेंट रोडवेज which are going from here to in Delhi,
Mhm.
and a person who is very new to this place and who wants to go there, he or she get confused like from which way he want to go. So he opens a Google map and he or she sees कि उसमें एक red line show हो रही है.
Mhm.
There might be a possibility that there are 50 of big vehicles. Suppose there are trucks, and
Mhm.
there is a possibility there is 30 bikes or some cars. तो
Mhm.
it is very simple कि जो 50 big trucks हैं वो वाला रूट बहुत जल्दी खाली होगा क्योंकि बड़ी vehicles हैं तो आसानी से खाली होगा.
Mhm.
So, I have a doubt कि is there any mechanism or algorithm जो हमें बता सके कि in this situation कि कौन सा रूट, मतलब we know that कि वो दो तीन रूट्स बता देता है but it doesn't shows कि इस वाले रूट पे इतने ट्रक्स हैं या बड़े व्हीकल्स हैं या इस वाले रूट पे इतने छोटे व्हीकल्स हैं.
Mhm. In fact,
तो in this situation which route would be better, ये कैसे पता लगे हमको.
actually, if data are available, for example, data pertaining to the whether vehicle is big vehicle or small vehicles, so here clustering algorithm can be employed where it will identify that what are the clusters where big vehicles are there, like fleet of trucks, etc., and where what are the locations or the places where a small group of the vehicles are there. So here, a spatiotemporal clustering or even clustering algorithm can be employed if data are available. And then in your Google map, it will show that these are the area where the big trucks, big vehicles are there. These are the area where the small traffics or small vehicles are available. So this kind of the detailed information can be added using clustering approach, and moreover, more semantics can be added to make it usable to the public.
So sir, there is still मतलब we have to study कि हम इसमें और इसको include कर सकते हैं और more refiner कर सकते हैं अपने
या
गूगल।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, क्योंकि अभी क्या आप देखेंगे आज के जो सिस्टम में नॉट वन एल्गोरिदम, lot of different kinds of the algorithms are available. Every algorithm, every approach has some limitations. So we need to identify that what sequences of techniques should be employed to make the system live system usable system.
Sir.
Um, on a lighter note, NAC has already told us the importance of spatio-temporal data.
Right.
And as far as this clustering analysis is concerned, Sir has told about its use from non-living beings to living beings. He has told about so many clustering approaches and so many fields with the help of different work which has already been done. कि आप कौन सी clustering techniques लगा सकते हो? What are the types and what are the situations where you can implement these techniques? And now it is the work of researchers. As you ask the question, it is the work of researchers that how many components may be added in it and how many complexities will be increased. So, how many relevant components may be included, and how the combination of different clustering techniques may be developed so that you can take the benefit of different techniques. So, thank you, sir. And for the formal thanks, I invite one of our research student, Ume Farwa. Ume Farwa, please come.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to extend my heartfelt vote of thanks to Dr. Yusuf Ansari from DRD New Delhi for his insightful and engaging talk on the application of spatio-temporal clustering. Dr. Ansari shed light on crucial role artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques play in processing this data, particularly through spatio-temporal clustering and unsupervised machine learning method. We are now more aware of how this technique is essential across a variety of fields, including image processing, molecular biology, environmental studies, and even critical areas like seismology, transportation, surveillance, etc. His mention of applications such as trajectory outliner detection, vehicle convoy tracking, and mobility data analysis has opened our eyes to the potential real world impacts of this research. Thank you once again, Dr. Ansari, and thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to invite Sadhana for the formal welcome of our previous speaker. The reason was because we are in time and I can spare 2 to 3 minutes for Sadhana. So please come. कोई बात नहीं. It will be recorded because it is enthusiasm of our student if we give some duty to them to come to dais and deliver the work assigned to them.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. On the behalf of organizing team, it's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks to Professor Apu Kumar Saha. My heart fills with lots of gratitude and respect for our eminent and distinguished speaker, Professor Apu Kumar Saha, for sparing his invaluable time for us with this commendable talk on the topic some nature-inspired optimization algorithms and solution of multiple gravity-assist spacecraft trajectory problems. We are grateful to you for clearing our concept and enhancing our understanding of drawbacks of traditional optimization approaches, nature-inspired techniques, and their respective merits, notion of exploration and exploitation. Moreover, Sir has also discussed about four meta-heuristic techniques, namely differential evaluation, particle swarm optimization algorithm, butterfly optimization algorithm, and symbiotic organism search. Also, multiple gravity assist spacecraft trajectory optimization system is the main highlight of this talk. You have put your best efforts to make this talk fruitful and unforgettable. Thank you so much, sir.
I would surely request Dr. Yusuf to allow our students to write their questions to you on email.
Yeah, yeah, sure, ma'am.
And in future, whenever it will be possible, we request you, sir, to come to our department physically because
Sure,
that
ma'am.
interaction is much more important.
I wanted to
Like,
come, but because of time constraint, I could
yeah,
not
yeah,
able.
yeah.
But next time, certainly, I would.
According to the convenience of your time, we'll invite you, sir.
Okay.
So we can deliver our respect and honor only virtually.
Yeah.
So thank you all and give a big round of applause for this session.
Thank you.
And
Thank
now
you.
we are, yes, thank you, sir. So we are at the end of this session. So you all are invited for lunch. Thank you. And we'll reassemble here at 2:30. Thank you. अच्छा इसके लिए है ओके ठीक है so it is not the time of lunch now now it is the time of discussion so okay
Thank you, Professor Ansari. Now
Thank
we will conclude the session. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
you.
Recording stopped.